Yeah, you can. All right. What is coming towards you in love? Okay. So we have the Two of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and then the Ten of Swords. Um, so the Two of Wands can represent choosing two partners, someone to kind of follow in your steps. The Knight of Wands can represent a passionate person, maybe in a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. And then the Ten of Blades can represent an ending. So it's not necessarily like a bad ending. It could just mean like an ending of either, I don't know if you're in a relationship or not, or what's going on, but there's going to be a transformation happening at the end of meeting like these two people and then finding a person that really you jive with. But it's almost like you're gonna stop looking uh, for love. I feel like someone's gonna come towards you, and that's gonna be like the ending, like the nail in the coffin. Yeah. Another card that came up is the Four of Swords, which kind of means like like I mentioned, like the nail in the coffin, like putting things to rest. So it's quite interesting that you mentioned that. But I think that's all that I'm getting. Yes, Kay, you can get a reading. All right, Monica. So I am going to answer this that question. Just give me a sec. I'm gonna pull one card only. And it is the Nine of Blades. The Nine of Blades can represent regrets. It could be anxiety. It could be overthinking. This person's currently feeling a lot of like real anxiety that's like going on in his head. Like he's debating a lot. That's his current feelings that I'm picking up on, but I'm not so sure where that applies in his life. But yeah, he's currently feeling like a little bit anxious. Welcome, Monica. All right, okay. Well, M and yourself reconnect. Hmm. So I, I'm gonna try to find that out, but I'm gonna see what you guys could do to reconnect, just to see if it's a more favorable outcome. Okay. Three cards. Oh, that's so weird. Two of Wands came up again. Oh my gosh. The Nine of Wands and then the Knight of Cups. The Nine of Cups. I'm gonna shuffle again. That's just bizarre. Thank you, Angel Violet. All right. It's okay. We have 10 of coins, the Hangman, and then the Page of coins. All right. So what I'm feeling for UK, I feel like the person that you're asking about is the Hangman, and you're the Page of coins for some reason. I do feel like this is a really good connection. Maybe like financially, I kind of do see like some connection happening, but I feel like it's almost like lagging. So you might want to present yourself first. So let me pull one more card to clarify. Yeah, in order to get this person's interest, you might have to like show that like you're kind of in it for a long haul, especially since we have the Ten of Pentacles and you're the Page of Pentacles. So that's how you can catch this person's interest. I mean, it is stagnant, but like it's like a happy stagnant. Like it'll eventually get better. Thank you, Kay. All right, Angel Violet. Is there love possibility between you, Alexia, and Andrew? Welcome, Kay. All right. So what I'm getting, Angel, is that you're Alexia and you're trying to find a possibility between you and Andrew. I'm just asking because I want to make sure that this reading is precise. Alright, so let's pull some cards for you. Ooh. There's no more flyers. I'm gonna pull these two. Okay. So we're gonna start off, Angel, with the card that you know uh, flew from the deck. So you have Queen of Blades. So uh, I, I'm kind of feeling the Queen of Blades this year. You're very, for some reason, it comes to my mind, intuitive. You have a really strong uh, opinion and voice, and you're pretty. Um, you have this kind of like a high self-respect attitude. Um, so let's see what came up for you and the person that you're interested in. So we have the Two of Coins, which can represent changing. It's kind of like a dynamic. And then we have the Ace of Coins. So together they kind of combine three, but it's kind of like it's kind of like a downgrade for some reason. Um, let's see. Let me try to channel and try to pick up on the message that's being said. Okay. So what I'm seeing is that you have two possibilities. One's in the future and then one's in the past. So it's probably someone that is. This is probably the person that you're referring to. But I kind of feel like there's someone else in the future that could be quite possibly meant for you. But that's up to you to decide if you want to stick with this person or if you will eventually move on to someone else. Um, but overall, you have the decision uh, to make with that choice. So yeah, you can be with this person, um, but you know you might not know what's in store for you in the future, which could possibly be a good thing. Um, but to put it short, yeah, you can. Yeah, you got the Two of Cups. Yeah. I'm gonna say this. It might possibly be a Taurus too. You're welcome, Angel. Six lights. All right. So since I'm not being asked anything, I kind of want to do a practice reading. You see, just to warm up. Well, I kind of already warm up, but just to sharpen my skills. There's 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. All right. We have the Magician. The Magician is someone who is very potent and skilled and has a very good communication. Um, definitely, um, definitely has some mystical powers. Um, King of Cups. King of Cups can represent someone who's very intuitive, knows emotions of others, and knows how to control uh, this person's emotions. And then lastly, we have the King of Coins. It's so interesting that we have two kings. One's a magician, one's the King of Cups, and then the other one is the King of Coins. King of Coins can represent someone who's very determined, loyal, and kind of predictable, but like it's kind of like that Scorpio and Taurus dynamic. Um, so this this person knows how to balance these two energies. That's just reading, practice reading. A lot of pages. All right, I'm gonna practice reading. One, two, three, and four. Okay. So first one, King of Wands. King of Wands can represent someone who's um, very professional in the public eye. Who's a leader, can represent a Leo. Um, uh, well, yeah, I think that's just someone who's authentically themselves. Um, then we have Death. Death represents Scorpio. It's kind of weird. There's two dynamics. One who's a fire energy, and then it's suddenly like a water energy. Um, Scorpios, as we know, they're like resourceful and can be quite difficult to manage because they are uh, the skilled empaths. Page of Swords. For me, this kind of represents someone who's very secretive, who's uh, intuitive, but like in a thought-provoking way. And then Ten of Blades can represent an ending to a relationship or something. That is my practice reading. coming up. Hmm. Or my favorite cards. Six, nine. Lovers. Strength. Weird. Finally. Hmm. So a few of the cards that I like. I'm start off with the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands represents movement. It represents direction. It's pretty interesting that this person is depicted like having a bow because it definitely it's definitely a driven energy, and I really appreciate that the creator, um, who's the creator? Doesn't say. By Tony DiMauro. Um, put this. This is actually one of my favorite cards. The Lovers, of course, it's always a good card to get in a reading. Strength has been popping up, like it will literally shuffle out of the tarot deck, so it's pretty interesting that it comes up. I need to pay special attention to that card. Something that I remember from the deck is this Judgment. And then the Star, of course, because I'm in Aquarius. I like to uh, depict. I like pictures depicting the star. Um, it's a little bit weird, but like it's okay. It's not my favorite card, my start card, but it's still nice. And we have three more. The Sun. I mean, who doesn't like a tarot deck that depicts like a dog as the sun? I mean, come on, it's adorable. Ten of Cups, obviously for family reasons. Then lastly, the Magician. You could really um, tell about like that kind of energy. The Wheel, the Wheel of Fortune. Moving on. Pretty much. Yes. Can you just 1 second? Hey, try to go. Okay. So the last question is kind of like a yes or no. Uh, I'm going to try to attempt to answer it, but if something else comes up, we'll see. All right. So we have 3 cards. Um, we have the Fool, the Two of Cups, and then the Nine of Wands. So for me, the Nine of Wands, it could represent like trial and error, and then especially with the Two of Cups in a relationship, and then the Fool can represent either a new experience, but for some reason I'm picking up walking away. Um, so um, I mean, the first question, I want to say yes. It is some kind of like uh, with the Nine of Wands, it could be some a break and then a reattachment. Um, but for the Fool can represent distancing. Like this person needs a break every once in a while from this relationship. Um, but that's what I'm getting from uh, this reading. Um, let's see. Yeah, you got the Six of Blades. Six of Blades. It's about uh, inner inner turmoil. Um, kind of like a situation has yet to kind of change, uh, like in this dynamic, in the dynamic of your relationship. Um, there's still some growing that needs to be done. Um, as far as loyalty is concerned, I mean, he's loyal to your emotions. He's loyal to how you feel. He's well aware. Um, yeah, he does love you, but his loyalty is more emotional based. All right. I hope I don't butcher this name. Lee Nami 808. Are you a healer? All right. So that's a yes or no question, but I'm gonna see what type of healer you are, because I do believe everyone's a healer. Just some people have different skills. So let's see what the cards say, or spirit or higher self want to let you know what type of healer you are. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. All right. So, 2 cards that popped up is the King of Blades. King of Blades can represent someone who's very strict, who's very authoritative, who kind of knows when to make the right decisions. And then we got like the Nine of Swords. So With these two, they're both air elements, so I kind of feel like you would benefit from your healing practice should contain some kind of like air element, because I do feel like you have the ability to reduce anxiety. I feel like you're really connected with the divine, but it's like you kind of need to like step it down. So you can definitely connect with the higher realm, but you need to kind of ground yourself first. Especially with the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands, as we know, the wands can represent life and spirit. So um, high, I feel like higher guides are guiding you, but it's like they're telling you that in order to heal someone, you need to make sure that you're connecting with them on a spiritual plane level. Um, so the reason why I'm saying this is because I think one of the challenges that you will have to come overcome as a healer is like the world, and the world represents a stepping out of like a comfort zone, stepping out into another realm. So you're definitely like one of those mystical healers that really works with guides and like spirits and you could say angels and just any entity or spirit or higher self, uh, that you can basically work with them to heal someone or to heal yourself. And I want to say with the Two of Wands, I feel like there's two guides that's standing next. They are always near you. So yeah, you can definitely heal anxiety with spirits, with higher higher planes than normal people would be able to. Yes, you can. Hmm. That's all right. So for you, Nilan, um, I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. Um, I can't really depict that. That's something that you might have to uh, intuitively pick up on, especially since you have that kind of ability. You'll probably be more aware of it. Um, um, but let me pull up on a card to see like what you should look for. Um, hmm. So it's weird. You got Fool, and for some reason, like Companion came into my mind. Um, I feel like some. like the angel that you might be looking for is someone who deals with justice. There's a lot of angels that deal with justice, but for you specifically, this angel um, deals with karma and um, yeah, it's this angel deals with justice. So hmm, I'm not so sure what kind of angel wants to work with you, but definitely someone who's a companion and deals with justice. Um, I kind of yeah, I kind of feel like this angel is subordinate to this angel. Archangel Michael is definitely always a great angel to archangel to um, start your angel work with. There are many types of angels. Um, you just have to look at like the, like for me, one way that you could definitely look for angels is by your zodiac sign. Um, that's usually like a good start too. And Archangel Michael is also a good start. But I hope I answered your question. All right, pretty good. So, can you become a psychic reader? Yes, you can always become a psychic reader. That's always going to be a definite yes. Um, but let's see, are there any spirit guides for you and love? Let's see what the spirit guides are letting you know about love. So it's quite interesting. Oh, ooh, Frugo. Then the Nine of Wands appeared for you again as the bottom card. Like this is kind of like this power release is what I'm getting. All right, so let's read your cards. So you have the Sun, you have the Ten of Blades, and then you got the Eight of Wands. So this kind of energy is kind of like resurrecting from the dead, and then pushing forward. I kind of feel like the spirit guides that are near you are telling you that you should definitely just stay optimistic, stay happy. You know, just be in tune with with the radiance of the sun. Like try to radiate that energy in your love life. Um, with the Ten of Blades, it's like when things go bad, just keep pushing forward. Um, and I definitely can't see that's like a obstacle for you because it comes back to like the Nine of Wands, which is kind of like a struggle. Like you have to catch your breath and then go back into it. So for you, your love life is definitely going to be a little bit of a power struggle, but it's something to still be optimistic about. Um, and I think that's all I'm picking up for you, pretty girl. Yeah, because there's definitely some conflict and some um, I want to say imposement for some reason. I do want to mention that I am offering private readings if people are interested. Um, I still provide free readings on Thursdays, um, but you know, support just in case. You don't have to, but all right. I think I have 7 more minutes. So if you want a question, feel free to ask. Whoa. The Hierophant. It's an interesting card. It represents kind of this moral. I'm hearing moral dilemma or moral structure, and then with the Four of Cups, it's kind of like uh, this kind of like silence. I don't know. Yeah. 6 minutes before I have to end the session. Welcome. Hey, Aquarius goddess. We got another Aquarius. Will Shaban marry you? That's a yes or no question. Don't really know. I really don't know how that would go, but let's see, Uzma. Yes, of course. I'll be right with you. All right, Uzma. Let's see what you need to know. Shaban. Okay, so Uzma for your bottom card is the Seven of Cups, and that's kind of like a mystery that's wandering. That's kind of decisions and temptations. Just want to put that out there, but let's get into your cards. All right, so first card we got Ten of Blades. Second card we got the Hierophant, and then the last card we have Temperance. This is kind of a really complicated reading because on one hand we have the Ten of Swords, which is kind of a no. On the other we have the Hierophant, which represents marriage, and then we have Temperance, which represents balance. I don't feel like okay. So I'm gonna tell you this like how I see this. I kind of feel like you don't need the marriage to define your relationship. I feel like you guys have a really good connection, and you could just leave it at that. Um, but to be honest, it's the marriage part is kind of like a hit or miss. Like it could either happen or it cannot, but it really can't define your relationship with one of another or the both of you together. Um, let's see what else can be said, or what else needs to be said, or no. For you, Uzma. All right, yeah. So for you, Uzma, the Wheel of Fortune can represent letting things happen, letting things go. You can definitely try to take control, but I feel like since you two are two individual people, like the wheel's just going to keep turning. And if you decide to, well, if the person that you're trying to ask about marriage is trying to actually uh, be engaged with you, this person will actually do it. But I really don't feel like a lot of emphasis should be um, prioritized with the marriage. I feel like your relationship is more better. Yeah, look at the positive side. Okay, just stay positive about the relationship, and everything's gonna work out fine. Okay. All right. So Aquarius goddess. What? There's no lists. I'm just going by order. Well, technically that is a list. Okay, so what is going? What is coming towards you in your career? Okay. So you have the world. So this is kind of like a successful business. It's about recognition, especially with the laurel wreath. I hope I'm saying that right. But it represents success in all areas of your life, especially not just career, but we have, which can represent endurance, endurance. And then the page of blades, which is kind of the Aquarius sign, the air sign. And from what I know about the Aquarius is they pick up on information. They pick up on information, use that information to their advantage to tame or like kind of like attract um, visitors, and then they build like this whole empire around them where they can really just dive into whatever they choose to. So I feel like for you, it's a really successful business, especially since you're in this reading, and especially you have two major arcana cards. Really, it's a really positive for you. You're very successful. You'll be very successful in all areas. Um, the only downfall is the Ten of Swords, which is kind of like a disinterest. Like if you want to quit something, that's going to be like a really setback because, I mean, you are able to expand. So once you like you stop caring for something, that's like the end of it. So you can't really go back into it as once you could have. But overall, it's a good reading for your business. Just oh wait, it's Kimberly. Sorry. All right, so I do not do yes or no questions, but I will see what's in store for your relationship with Uh, Josiah, Kimberly. All right. So Kimberly, your bottom card is the Three of Pentacles. Um, this can represent work or working on a relationship. It can definitely mean like trying to put some kind of investment into it. So that's going to be like a struggle, like maybe presenting, someone's struggling presenting, which kind of makes sense for your question. But let's see what the cards want to let you know. So you have the Queen of Cups. I feel like this is you being receptive, waiting. You're very powerful um, empath, so you'll know when the time is right. Um, but the love connection is definitely it's definitely strong for you. And then we have the moon. So the moon represents darkness, and um, it could be fears and unknown energy. And then we have the Three of Wands. So for you, I kind of feel like this person really has a fear of opening up and showing you the path into their life. So you're definitely gonna have to pick up on those senses. And with the Three of Wands, it's kind of like he probably won't change the way that he's presenting himself, especially with the Moon card, both being on the dark side. So you might have to step out of your comfort zone um, to kind of like follow him in a way. Um, yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah. So another issue is like I feel like there's going to be some conflict, some verbal conflict. Um, Something that I just want to let you know. We have 4 cards in total. Let's see what else um, you know can go. What your let's see. All right, yeah, Kimberly. So we have the Five of Swords. So there's definitely going to be some conflict, like some bickering, some like uh, verbal assaults. I could be wrong. This could just be like getting into the core of an issue. Um, but I don't know. Just take my reading for like a grain of salt. Um, you ultimately decide how the conversation goes. But that is all I'm picking up for you, Kimberly. Let's see. Candy. So that is a yes or no question. Yeah, I know that was pretty. That was a pretty strong reading. Okay, so uh, let's see, Candy. So I'm gonna read as if you and your family decide to move, and if you and your family don't decide to move. Um, but let's see. Hmm. Okay. All right. So, Candy, if you and your family decide to move, or if they decide not to, I still think that either one is going to be a good choice. Okay, you have the Two of Cups, and both sides represent, um, you know, a good outcome either way. Um, let's see. I'm also picking up like a relationship um, might be in store, but that's just something that I'm picking up. It could be wrong. Just okay. So Candy, Queen of Blades for if you decide to say, it could make you very. In, I'm getting like this kind of like incisive, but like kind of like experimental in a way energy. Like you might be thinking about what would have happened if you had left and not stayed. But I feel like that energy is kind of like a detached state. Um, but if you and your family decided to leave, I do feel like um, it would really keep the wheel turning. I feel like this one would be like a very positive aspect. So I'm kind of feeling like you might move, but I mean either one is a good option. But I want to say you might move. So yeah, this is just a reading. I think one of the personal outcomes is the move itself. Um, like that's gonna be like a hard conflict to get adjusted to, but that's normal. Okay, welcome, Candy. All right, all right. Just I'm not so sure if I answered your question or not earlier, but let's see what's in store. Okay. All right. Phantom, you will be the last person before I have to close the reading. All right. So, Jess. So for you, you got the Eight of Blades. I feel like only pulling two for some reason. Eight of Blades can represent feeling like um, um, it's kind of like this kind of deep. Well, no, it's not detached. It's attached. Like it's kind of like that restricted kind of energy. And then we have the Three of Cups. So definitely, I get favoritism in this reading. Um, I think one of the challenges can be one of the challenges that might come from this relationship um, or the feelings could be like this kind of having to work on the relationship, and then uh, the Knight of Swords can represent loyalty, but it could be misguided loyalty. So um, I'd say it'd be like a kind of tricky connection, um, but there is some kind of like some good, some good favorable um, favoritism in this kind of like relationship. Okay. Okay. All right. Welcome, Jess. All right. Let me check. Sono. Okay, just leave her question so no Aurora. Again, sorry. All right, let's see who's next. Uzma, I really want to say um, just really wait and see how it goes. But I'm gonna have to go to Phantom. All right, Phantom. Oh no! It's I am so sorry, guys. No, I will try Phantom. All right, Phantom. Expect and then you're a Gemini. Interesting. Okay. One. Okay. Okay. Um, at the Two of Cups. Two of Cups kind of just for me. I just immediately thought of your sides, Gemini, like Phantom. Like it's just like your two sides blending in together, and that's gonna be like a challenge. But let's see. All right. So we have the Knight of Blades, air sign. Five of Wands, conflict. Ooh, and the Ten of Blades, another air sign. Um, this definitely isn't like the most positive aspect like, of an outcome for a reading for you. I definitely feel like there's going to be some challenges, some conflicts, and like being too abrasive to take action. I definitely feel like your decision making can be quite it's not going to be the best during your time in the future. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So I feel like staying reserved and not speaking your mind, especially since you have like two air signs, and we know that air signs like to talk and communicate effectively. But for you, I feel like the communication for you it isn't there yet. Like so, you need to like hold yourself and hold your attention within. Okay, try to focus just on primarily yourself. Anyone else's energy into your persona. Let me see if there's anything else. Is there anything else for Phantom? Oh yeah, you got the Page of Blades. Like this is kind of like holding on to your secrets, finding your inner truth. So definitely like just stay within yourself and you'll be fine. But I think that's all. All right. Let's see who is next. Welcome, Phantom. All right. So, Nonce. Okay. Okay, so bottom card for you, Monsiba Dupe, is the lovers, and the lovers can represent difficult in your love life or difficulty with people that you love. It can represent choosing your heart versus your mind, and sometimes your mind will win, so you might separate. All right, so let's see. So you have the Nine of Coins. So this is kind of like refining your skills, finding your determination, finding your environment, that anxiety. Um, I will get to Sona. Siba, it's definitely like having anxieties, being overwhelmed, and then we got the Four of Wands. So I think for you, whenever you get like this kind of like anxious of like choosing between one person or the other, or choosing between one activity over the other, I can feel like you need to resort back to your comfort zone. I think you have like a strong willpower, but like every person that has like this great strength needs a moment of rest. And for you, I feel like that's going to be for you. Uh, but if there's anything else, I am running out of battery. Yeah. Okay. So I really will have to cut it short. Or anything else for non-SEPA? One card. Full. Right. So yeah, you got the Eight of Pentacles. So in order to achieve like your comfort zone where you're really prosperous and very skilled in your work, you're definitely put in the effort. Okay, so you're definitely gonna have to, you're gonna have to master something. I don't know what you're working on, but you have to like keep working on it, and then you'll eventually reap the rewards. But it has to be put. Feel not, to be honest. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Okay, so I think first Aurora. All right, Son Aurora. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Thanks a lot of like the nines. Actually, I think you got two nines. It's weird. All right, so is the future of your connection with your long distance Taurus friend. And your parties. All right. Just way too many cards. Okay. So bottom line, issue is passion. There's like gonna be like I feel like the lack of intimacy is definitely like something that you're gonna like have to overcome. And interest came up to my mind, but let's see what's in store for you. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. So we have the two of coins, one over the other. We got the Four of Blades, a resting spot. And then we have the Devil. The Devil can represent commitment. It is associated with the Capricorn, so maybe the two of you guys blending together can represent like this kind of like progressive. I want to say it's not toxic, but it's like it's almost like a secure energy, like a karmic energy. Um, Hmm. In the future, let me try to channel. Okay. So something that I'm picking up upon is that either one of you is going to start meeting someone else, like a either another Earth sign, because I'm getting two Earth elements, or it might be another Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Um, I don't know, I feel like there's going to be someone else, possibly more likely an Earth sign that's going to be involved in the relationship. Um, it's not going to die, but it's going to be a complicated relationship. I kind of almost feel like burnout because the devil, as a Capricorn, likes to work, 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 and then the Four of Swords rest, and then Two of Pentacles. I feel like the Two of Pentacles is you. Like this is kind of like you're balancing like these kind of two energies. I don't know. Let me pull more cards. I think for you, I'm gonna pull like two more cards since you got the Two of Pentacles representing you. I mean, you got the Eight of Wands and then the Six of Wands. It's almost like admiration, like from. I definitely see like that admiration from a far distance. This person might be like a higher status, and you just admire that. But I kind of feel like the connection at the end of the day with the Ten of Blades could be uh, not really positive. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Um, I just I don't know. I just feel like the relationship might need like a break. Like it might end or it might break off. But I hope that answers your question, Sono. So I don't really answer cheating questions either. Um, actually, I guess I'll stretch it for these 3 minutes. All right, so I'm gonna just pull one cards just for these last 3 minutes. All right, but I will end at 1:30. All right. Welcome, Sana. All right. I hope I'm saying this right, Gaurav. Gaurav. All right. Let's see what what is thinking. All right, Carlos, you have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups. This is a very receptive energy. I definitely feel like this person has some kind of like uh, emotional connection with you. Um, the Knight of Wands, not such a great card. It's kind of like a challenge. So, I mean, it's a challenging card, but it's like a on and off challenge. Like um, it's like the word that I'm getting is hard to come by. Um, I mean, it's a really good card to get. She's definitely feeling the feelings towards you. It's really empathetic, and she's really connected with you on a more motherly. Uh, it's not just motherly, but it's more caring nature. But I think that's what the girl that you're asking about is thinking about you, and I hope that answers your question. All right, Astro, Vicious Tail. So the message got retracted. So if you could post your question again, and you'll be the last one. With the Queen of Wands, I kind of feel like she would most likely want you to contact her. That's cute. That's 10 of Cups. That's really cute. And then you got the star. I mean, like 32 o'clock. Wow. I want to say both. I mean, one might be stronger than the other, but like since the Queen of Cups is kind of like a motherly and a caring figure, she carries both qualities. So just talk to her, ask her how she feels about you. Pretty sure it's gonna be a good outcome because I feel like she kind of knows you. Yeah, you're really gonna have to ask, and whatever way she wants to go uh, with her feelings towards you, um, she's just gonna tell you straight up. Okay, all right. So I'm already past the time that I said I was going to finish. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Um, I am going to end the session, and I will see you next week on Thursday around 12:30. Okay. All right. That being said, take care and bye bye.